What's up, Supreme Team? This is DYANAROZAY. Welcome to my channel. Here is a little snippet from a members only that I did earlier today. If you would like to hear the full video, which is about 2 hours long, please hit the link in the comment section and become a member. We talked about every cast member, old and new, for the upcoming season. And now all of a sudden, I also want to say this because I don't think people also pay attention to this part. Mel would have gotten back on her feet without the show. The show gave her more buyers of her products and contacts. I think the show accelerated. Okay. Melody went from being $0 to millionaire status within a year and some months. Let's not take that for granted. If we could do that, we'd be doing it right now. That took a lot. And I'm saying that because we're talking right now about the rise and fall of a lot of people on this show financially. So let's talk about all of it. Because really, if we're watching this show, these kind of things can happen to any one of us. But we're watching the show. We're watching to see the evolution. We're trying to see how things get resolved. We should be looking at it and watching people's testimony. I was so disappointed in that snippet of a preview. Why are they still using Mel as a storyline? What do you mean? Are you saying that Marceau was using Melody as a storyline? I want to just make sure. Melody still had to play it cool due to the child custody case. Facts. Melody just came out between, like I said, by the time we see season 4, Melody is in the dumps. Literally, season 6 is when we see Melody making jokes, laughing. Happy Go Melody is back in season 6. But season 4, season 5, she was done. But we just saw her like emotionally decline. Let's see. I believe that most of the cast is too late to accommodate. All right. Martell truly thought Melody would take him back. Oh, for sure. They had a pattern for sure. I think that hotel got her intentionally. He took her to court knowing dang well he couldn't afford it. He took her to court to break her. Okay. You do some dumb shit like that. If a man tells you, I don't care if it is a father, that he's taking your kids away from you, they're doing it to break you. Period. You are up on your high horse. Let's see. Did you see? I did see that interview. However, he pays some pennies. So this is what, and Melody's come out and said this, and I've said this before too. First season, they're getting paid about $30,000 per season. So if they get seasons A and B, it's $60,000. $30,000 is not a little bit of money for the 15 episodes, but it really isn't for a first time. But it's all in perspective. I don't necessarily think it's pennies. I think that I don't know. I have to talk about her on a different platform, or not this one, because I watched all 3 seasons and things weren't adding up. So I don't want to talk about her right here, but I'll be happy to talk about it at a different time. Just so you know, I'm not shying away from the conversation. I just would rather talk about it at a different time. Martell proved how trash he was by trying to take the kids from Mel. Facts. He thought that he would be able to cut her off in finances. And really what he was trying to do is cut her off from doing the singing, doing the movies, all of the dreams that she had with this man that he encouraged her to do. He was now saying, if you can't do them with me, you can't do them at all. Now keep that in effing mind, okay? Because that's the real low down, dirty dog bastard thing that man was doing. That's what he was doing. He wanted her to sit at home and not, because she was so fast in her race to rebuild her wealth and stay in the place that she was. Because she said, for me, if y'all remember, my kids were going to go on vacation the way they did when I was married. They were going to have the same, Christmases that they had when I was married. I didn't want my children, the 4 of them, to lose a step. For Martell, who couldn't do it, who needed to call her to keep the bills on in his house. That had to be playing a fucked mind game for him too. I apologize for cursing, y'all. It's, I'm a little passionate about what I'm talking about right now. I know that's not the only snippet they could have used. Why not pick someone else? I think that Melody's in a better place. And that's what I was saying before. Melody's in a better place. And whereas before she didn't know who to trust, now she gets it. I don't mind sitting at this table and having a scene with Marceau or Tisha or Destiny or whoever else, because I know who I am and I know who all of you are. And you'll never get to do to me again what you guys did back in the day. That's not a bad thing. That is what shows growth and evolution. That is what we want to see, to be honest. That's what I want to see. Kenya Moore paid out of her pocket for a season. I think they all did. They all had to pay for their own parties and everything. So y'all remember that. Thank you for pointing that out. To Latrice. We give a lot to Andy Cohen. God damn. I hate it too. Because that man does not deserve all that Black women give him. It makes me cringe. But when I think it was Kenya Moore and even Nene Leakes, when they sat down and talked about it, they said they paid for so much shit out of their pocket to get to that show, get the show where it was or where it is today. The reason why those women who walk onto that platform now as newbies get to enjoy a decent salary and all the perks that it brings with it is because those young millionaires that was on that show at the beginning were paying for multi-million-dollar parties out of their pocket, bringing their highbrow, celebrity friends onto the show so that people would watch. They did what it took to make that show a hit. Isolation is a part of the cycle of violence. Listen, and y'all know this to be true, when a man tries to stop you from moving, doing, making money, you know what money is? Okay. Money is freedom. When people say money isn't everything, okay, money is freedom. Money is freedom to be. Money is freedom to do. Money is freedom to have. Money is freedom to go places, right? And money is freedom to go, period. I have the money. I don't have to do this fucking show. I'm out. I don't have to do it, right? You're not going to make me do it. I'm gone. Whereas if we are working our corporate jobs, let's give an example, because really reality TV is not a replacement for a corporate job. But if you're doing your corporate job and you are going through a divorce, you may not be able to go to your boss and say, I'm not working with these people because I'm unhealed. I'm not working with any of these people. I don't want to talk to this person for the next season or 2 seasons. You're not going to be able to get away with that. You got to come in and smile. You got to talk 3 or 4 octaves above your voice so that one doesn't get scared and complain to human resources about you. And you may not be feeling that. You may be feeling depressed. You may want to fucking cry. And someone is beating you up because you can't control your emotions. You are literally in the worst place of your life, and people expect you to be the same exact person. That is abusive. That's abusive, baby. That's as abusive a workplace as you can get. You are telling your friends, I hope that I don't get fired today. I need to keep food on my table. I need to feed my damn children. I need to keep a roof over my head. And I am feeling crazy because my ex-husband or the person, my estranged husband, is doing everything in their power to break me. And I don't think that we understand, or we're not giving enough credit to what that is, to be able to come into a space and say, I need that motherfucker to give me 50 feet. Give me 50 feet, period. Okay. So let's talk about him. So Martell fooled a lot of people when he showed up on the screen. Let's start with that. He fooled a lot of people when he showed up on the screen. He came on and people thought he was handsome. People wanted him to make it right with Martell Martell with Melody. For years, people were saying, make it right, figure it out. Melody, get back with this man, because of he appeared to be this soft-spoken personality. Yeah, he was cocky, but people really liked him and they thought that him and Melody were a good match. And he rode that wave for a very long time, y'all. For a very long time. He rode that wave for a very long time, showing up on screen, making people think that he was this big time businessman who got things done, an amazing father, right? And people gave him that. There were people talking about it. When they found out that Melody, when the public found out that him and Melody were divorcing, everybody, including producers on the show, were saying, this can't happen. We can't have this. Charmed and wanted to believe Martell and thought that he was being honest and truthful. I think that it was Marceau who said that last season. He said, Melody, I didn't used to believe that you were a good person. I believe Martell. There's a lot of people who are saying that they think Melody's going to get a bad rap this time around. I just want to remind people, a person that's been through what she's been through cannot be erased. I don't think that whatever happens in this next season is going to touch Melody with a 10-foot pole. Things really started changing for the audience when Martell got on that stage. I believe that would have been 4th season reunion. And Carlos was asking Martell questions about his relationship with Ariane and the baby. And we could see that Martell was embarrassed as hell. He carried shame and may still carry shame about that child, about his 5th child. He probably would not admit it out loud. However, there was a period of time where he couldn't even mention it. He couldn't speak the words. And if you believe some of that audio that dropped on I think it's OSNC's page, you heard Ariane say something about Martell having a mental breakdown when he found out that she was going to keep the baby. Because in her words, he knew that it was the end of him and Melody. So not only did she have that baby out of spite, but she did it to say, this is done between y'all, so she can take her spin at the wheel, right? There comes a time with every Playboy where they have to come to, the understanding that they're older. The way they talk about women, you're a woman with 4 kids. Nobody will ever want you.
Right.
You are sitting there dyeing that damn beard every week. You're sitting there with getting your little under eyes done. You're trying to hold on to a man you used to be, and you're not him anymore, baby. Hey guys, make sure y'all hit that like button, share this video, that way others can find me here on YouTube, and follow me on all platforms at DYANAROZAY. If you'd like to hear the rest of this discussion, hit that link in the comment section and become a member. I will catch you guys all on the next one.